Okay, y'all, we've heard from Deborah and Casey, but now I want to introduce Tony Zolecki. I've recently gotten to know Tony attending events. Events are so important in Modere. If you're not, as we call it, in the room to see these people face-to-face, you don't always really get it. So being in a room with Tony is phenomenal. Tony is a husband, a father to 2 children. He's been in the network marketing profession for 30 years, y'all, 30 years. And he has helped over 250 people to become 6- and 7-figure earners. Add that up in your head, right? 250 people being 6- and 7-figure earners. Who doesn't want that? Currently, Tony has a worldwide team, I said we're in a lot of countries, doing more than $1 billion in sales. Tony is a Platinum 3 and Elite Black 3. If you don't understand that, that is like the highest thing you can be here. So I'm really super excited to have Tony here. Tony, you're here with us, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. What I'd really love for you to start out and share is your story on who you are. What did you do before Modere or even before network marketing? What made you, decide to make this type of decision to join us? Just tell a little bit about your backstory.
Yeah, I'd love to. And what I want to start with this team, M-Life, the number 1 team in the company. There's so much growth and checks coming in right now and rank advancement and people coming and getting registered for our next big events in September inside this team right now. I mean, explosiveness is happening. So if you're looking into this today and you're just listening to see if this is something you want to do and lock arms with the person that got you on here, just know you found the right person, you found the right company, and we're building something that's going to be so big right now, and you have the opportunity to get in and get started now, so let's go. Like the people that have been around, guess what? It's go time to a whole nother level. I'm going to talk about that, but I want to get to my story right now because it's super important. Like, I tried this profession when I was 19 years old. I didn't make money for years. I wasn't a pro. I failed. I screwed up. I didn't know how to build relationships. I didn't know how to get people and move them through the ladder of escalation where they can, try something, see something, get their questions answered, handle objections, get them in front of a tool, get them in front of a third-party expert, someone that can do some of the heavy lifting for you. Like, I had to learn all that. And, when people, I love hearing my story today because if you would have seen me when I signed up, I mean, anybody can do this business. And I mean that. Anybody can do this business. Because if you would have seen me, I was hungry, but I had no skills. I didn't know how to lead. I didn't know how to close. I didn't know how to build a team or create a story or, recreate a story. Like, all that stuff just had to come to me the longer I was in the business. But here's what I want to tell you. Some of the best talent in our profession is inside this team, is inside this company. So you get to really get started with us, and you get to supercharge your business, where you get the best training, the best leadership, the best products, the best model, the best events. You have everything, the best incentive trips at your fingertips. That's going to give you the advantage over everybody else. That's going to give you the advantage to create speed. So when I figured out how to create speed, guess what happened? I really got excited about network marketing. And I'll tell you this, the last 12 years, it's been a dream come true. Sarah and I pinch ourselves every single day. The millions and millions and millions of dollars of residual income, it's awesome today, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. Like, you got to put in the work, the hustle. You got to overcome the stuff. You got to fight through stuff, rebuild stuff. Maybe you've been in a couple other companies and those didn't work. We can relate. We get it. You found the right one. You found the right people. You heard the stories today. The stories were just unbelievable. I'm sitting here, and there's so much going on inside this team, inside this company right now. I mean, my messenger chat is going crazy right now, and people are just so fired up. I just enrolled this team. I just brought some of these people over. Hey, we just sold all this product. Man, we got this going on. Man, we're opening up, and I got some people in Europe, in Australia. And, Tony, help me with some India stuff because we're going to really create some new teams. And it's crazy. That's the excitement around this company and this business right now. And, I said it. I just said it in the E3 chat inside of our company. We're on a mission. There's many of us on a mission, and you're working with the leadership team like this right now. We're going to go do $100 million in new volume in the next 18 months. Think about that. How much of that's going to be in your business? What is that going to, do for you, your team and your future and the people you want to help? Like, the time to do this is now. So if you want to ask me another question, because I can keep going and going and going. I just love this business, and I love this team, and I just love M-Life so much. But is there any other clarity that you want on something or another question that I could add value to?
Well, I have two things. The first thing I just want to add, you mentioned Sarah, and I want people to know on this call of how couples can do this together and how you and Sarah do this together, and it can be an amazing thing for a whole family to do together. And if you're open to this, I'm hoping. I didn't even tell you I was going to ask you this question, so I'm going to throw you in there. But I would love for you to tell, I love the residual income in this company. I love, I've added my son to this company to where I'm going to pass my business down to him. Are you open to sharing a little bit about your story with your sister and your nephew? I think people just need to hear those stories.
Yeah, what's great just about everything that we're doing here is that what you do today, you get paid on for a long, long time. What you do every single day here, you get paid on for a long, 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 long time. And that's what this business is all about. When I figured this out at an early age, that's why people say, you've been doing this 30 years? You dang right have been doing this 30 years, because there's not a better business model out there today that you can live your life by design. And you can get up when you want and go to sleep when you want. You can travel when you want. You can have multiple homes. You can have multiple investments. You can have multiple charities. You can bless people every single day. You can make a difference in people's lives. You can go out there and give someone this gift that literally changes their life. It'll change their life. And this is the story that I want you to get today. My sister, school teacher. I love my sister, 1 year older than me. And she saw me, building the business with Sarah. Man, and she's like, wow, you guys are doing great. Man, how can I be a part of this? Let me try some of the product. She tried the product. She loved the product. She goes, Tony, this stuff is good. She has bad knees and joints. She just went crazy over the collagen. She's like, there's nothing better, ever. This is great. Well, she gets into the business, and she hits what's called a Director 3 rank with us. And this was about maybe 2 years ago. She hit Director 3. Now, that took about $50,000 in sales to do that, right? And you get some teams growing underneath you. Well, she was having a time of her life. And it's crazy because you just never know when things happen. And 15 months ago, she got done working out in her basement and getting her bag ready to go to school that morning, and she had a massive heart attack and passed away. And it was obviously the hardest thing I ever had to go through, as my older sister, someone I looked up to, someone I loved, admired. You guys get the story, right? It was crushing, just crushing. But I'm like, well, what good is coming out of this moment right now? I try to see the positive and try to see great things and try to, change the narrative, right? And what happened is she was able to will her business to my nephew, her youngest son, Tate Rose. And the month she passed away, her business did $47,000 in sales. Well, we just wrapped up May, and her business was over $107,000 in sales 15 months later. And my nephew, her son, gets that check every single month. I mean, how cool is that? That, again, what you do today, you're paid on for a long, long time. Like, I want you to now picture your story. Here's your story. You get started. You're in, or you get really moving, or whatever the case is, all of a sudden the next 12 to 18 months, you're a different person, and you're talking to people, and you're building your network, and you're getting customers, and you're building a team, and you're getting people excited about what we're doing. They're meeting people at events. They're fired up. You get some sparks going in your business. All of a sudden, you hit director. All of a sudden, you look, and you can't even figure it out, and you're Director 3. Then all of a sudden, you're being promoted as an Elite 1 because your team did $100,000 in sales, and you hit Elite 1. Now you're like, man, this is great, and some of your leaders take off. You recruit some more people. Your pods are getting bigger. Now you're at Elite 3 in the business. Now you're just like, wow, look at my business. I'm doing $400,000 in sales. Man, look at this. And again, it's because of a dream team underneath me. It's because of the awesome products, the systems, the leadership, M-Life, all the people helping one another build this thing. Like everybody that's got you. and it's really, really special. So this is the opportunity you have. Some of you that are listening right now, you will be doing 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 in sales every month in the next 18 months. Do you know that? You might go, well, Tony, my sales are only 10,000 right now. There's a good shot, if you stay close to the fire, you could 10x that. You could 20x that. Think about that. Think about that income. Think about that impact. Think about the people you're helping. Think about what we're doing. I mean, Modair's about to go rocket ship to the moon right now. I've never seen anything like this in 12 years being here. This is like the best thing, and you have the ability to be one of the reasons. Get on and let's go. Like, we got you. This team, we're not going to let you fail. We're not going to let you go backwards. We're going to make sure you're there and your team is there. And this is what it's all about. It's about us coming together and building something. John and Nadia, some of the most incredible people that I ever met, came into my life with Sarah, and they're phenomenal. You see them every single day lead like a beast, no matter what, and make things happen for this team. That's what it's all about. You have a dream team of leaders here. Michelle Barnes, I mean, one of the best of the best. I can go down the list. I don't want to forget any names, but they're all here. This is our time. So let's go and let's rev it up. Let's go take it to another level. Like, I look at our month right now. We're having a great July month. And by the way, these months have been my biggest months in the profession, July. I've hit my biggest ranks because of a dream team of people in July always. I don't know what July is, man. July, there's magic in the summer breeze, man. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. So know that this is going to be a big, big month, and let's get on board right now. Let's get running. Like, we've got a lot of time to do a lot of great things. So I'm really excited, and I love you all. And, man, just super, super excited for you. And we're doing a bunch of events in September for our Fall Social Marketing Summit, and we want you to be there. We want to meet you. We want to spend some time with you. You know, if someone would say, well, Tony, what do I do to maximize that? Well, you get other people there with you. Like, I have someone getting started with me today, and we're mapping out how he can have 10 new people in every market. So he's going to have 10 new in Vegas. He's going to have 10 in Calgary, 10 in Toronto, and 10 in Orlando. I'm like, you got to go into this thing with 30, 40, 50 people at these events. I go, you want to go elite? You want to go create 100,000 in volume fast? I go get 10 people at every event that's coming up and maximize that, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to go rocket ship to the moon. Why? Because they're going to be, you know, understanding this business at a higher level. So think about that, you know, as you're mapping out, you know, this month and next month going into September. Like, I have a list, Las Vegas, who's going? Right? Have a list, Orlando, who's going? I'd have a list, Toronto, who's going? I'd have a list, Calgary, who's going? And again, these events are going to be off the chain. Anybody in those rooms are going to go to work at a level you've never seen them go to work before. So let's maximize those events. And with that, you know, just thanks for having me on. I love you guys, and I'm proud of you. I can't say this enough. I watch what you do every single day on social. I see your posts. You know, I see your professionalism. I see your craziness in a good way. I see your videos, your reels. You guys blow me away. You want to talk about talent and having gifts? You're some of the most talented people I've ever been around, and gifted people. I think sometimes, you know, we think we got to be perfect, and we don't want to go do it on social because they do it better. And that really slowed me down for years on social early on in this whole technology game, because I thought, well, I'm not as good as them. My videos they're not like that, or the reels, the stories. And I'm like, no, stop. Just go post. Go be you. Go be authentic. And you'll get better and better at this business. You get to know you, and then when you get to know you, that's when the light bulb goes off when you're building a business like we're building here today. So with that, I love you. I'm going to pass it back to you.
Thank you, Tony. Oh, my gosh. I could go on and on with things that you said that I absolutely love. My favorite thing is when you talk about the team that we have. And, you know, I could talk about Nadia. I could talk about Sarah forever. my team went to Dallas for an event, and Sarah sat down with my team and just talked to them. She had never even met them in person, and she was part of us. It doesn't matter, right? Nadia spent probably over an hour with my team, helping them and showing them what to do. And it was just like, I'm just like staring, saying, these women, and I mean, they're just amazing, amazing mentors. Everybody is, and that's why I love this team so much. And I really love how you talked about being close to the fire. You cannot disappear and just and step away, because everything is right there at your fingertips, just like you said. And just I'm going to be in John Melton's inbox. I'm going to be in your inbox, Tony. I'm going to be in Michelle Barnes' inbox, right? I'm going to be right there.
You better be. Hey, you better be.
Right? We all work together, and I absolutely love that. So thank you for everything you shared and being vulnerable and just being who you are. It's just phenomenal that we are part of this together. So thank you to you, Tony, to Deborah, to Casey. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. And callers, whoever's on this, reach out to the person that invited you on this call and just ask the questions that you want to ask them. They can put you in three-way messages with any of us, anybody you want. If you want to hear more of our story one-on-one, we're all open to that. So never think we're too far away. Like if you want to say, oh, I'd love to talk to Tony more, or Deborah more, or Casey or Leslie, the person that added you here can get you in a message with us, because we're all one humongous team. The best team, M-Life, is just phenomenal. So, again, I will let everyone go with their Saturday and enjoy their day, and just thank you for joining us, and hope to hear from everyone soon to be part of our team. And y'all have a great day.